taking it out to sight down the gaps and look. Or we're getting pretty tight. We're getting a lot louder, but we don't sound very good. That is because we're not lined up with our decks. We're not still flat. I've got this arm coming up here. That's throwing off our sound. Our gaps are getting tighter, but we're still off a little bit. Where we're at here. On arm in. Trying to match it up with where our reed's at. On a flat plane. I've got an arm, my frame's still kind of twisted, I've got an arm that's shooting down. And we're getting better already, but I can hear that fuzziness. Misalignment on the third plane is where you get that fuzziness from, and we don't want that. Even though it's a Snoopy Harp, we're not going to allow it to be misaligned. Keep it going. Keep this alignment going. It's hard to see sometimes even what a harp is doing. So you got to sight down it, you got to play it, you got to listen to it, you got to look at it. We're getting closer. Little bit further. See where we're at there. Ooh, we getting close. Okay, so I'm a little bit under an E flat. I got my gaps about where I want them. A lot louder than we used to be as a Snoopy Harp. And I want to raise the tone until I'm an E flat or D sharp, because that's where the note I'm close to. I'm just going to grind a little bit off each one, and I'm going to go back and I'm going to reference it with which my tuner, which is on my smartphone, so I'll have to shut this down to do that, but we'll remove some. I have a long way to go, so I'm just going to grind. Okay, now I've just got a little bit further to go. I went a little bit too high and I didn't end up at D sharp. I ended up above D sharp, so I went ahead and took it up to E. We are just a couple cents below the E note, so we're gonna go and we're gonna do just a little bit more off each side. Which sets me right about at on E. Now I've got a little bit of a burr on here. I need to go ahead and take that off. All right, now where I ended up was just barely below E. I'm gonna take, this is a very fine cylinder bore hone. There's a really fine stone. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do just a little bit of polishing and get that burr off there from where I was grinding to tune it. I'm also gonna do this inside of this knee bend and outside because I don't wanna leave it sharp for the corner of somebody's mouth. Now I do these final little bit of polishing right before I hit my note, because even polishing it, you're removing a small amount of metal, will change the note. Just go ahead and we'll feel right along there, feel if there's any burrs. There's our trigger shape right there. I ended up with the curl on the wrong side. So I'm like, oh, I can still go ahead and make that work. That's entirely passable. We'll go ahead and we'll buff this up, and then I'll check it against my tuner, make sure we're on note, and then we'll go ahead and we'll engrave it for E. Want it to feel smooth. Whenever we do a trigger, I like to play it a little bit, do a little bit of polishing, play it a little bit, do a little bit of polishing. Make sure that your finger slides as good on the outward and on the inward. That's not too bad compared to. Oh yeah, this is gonna be good. Let's go ahead and let's go downstairs. Well, actually, let's go ahead and engrave it. Why not? Now, have a cheap engraver. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna engrave an E right onto it. There we go. We got the tunings engraved on the front. So here we have before and after. Big harp, big gaps, misaligned, realigned, sharpened, tuned. The triggers on them are reprofiled. Let's go ahead and let's give it a listen. The way the Snoopy Harp comes as is unimpressive, not very loud. Just not a lot of meat to work with. Let's see what we did. Let's see if all our efforts in the shop paid off. Bell ring ain't bad. Original. That's passable. That's not as good as a professional harp, but that is much, much better than we started off with a toy that barely made any noise. And I would like to give a big thank you to Dr. Frank, who sent us these harps. And thank you to all of you out there who watch, who share, who like, who subscribe. I love y'all. And get yourself a toy harp. Take it out to the shop. Do a little bit of experimenting around. Be sure you're wearing eye, hearing protection. Protect yourself. Anyways, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more harpery. Harp out.